What's going on, hustlers? Welcome back into Hustlepedia, and I'm excited because I am going to get back to doing some normal crypto gaming metaverse NFT content on my channel, as well as my weekly show on the Crypto Banter channel. If you don't know, or if you've been living under a rock, I have for the last 3 months since my last video here, I have been doing daily live streams on Crypto Banter over crypto gaming, metaverse, and NFT, and I'll be dropping some weekly content here and there on my channel here on Hustlepedia moving forward, because I believe keeping the channel active is important, and it lets people know consistently that I am still here producing content. As well, it directs them over to my other live show, which is every single weekday at 1:30 Eastern. So let's go ahead and get into it in this video, guys. I want to talk about CyBall, because if you've been following my show over on Crypto Banter, I've been very high on play to earn, right? We've been in a bearish market ever since my last video here on the channel. Right, so whenever I moved over to Crypto Banter, about in late November, early December, the market really started going downward, right? And all my content, the most recent content on my channel here, we were in a very, very, very bullish market. So ever since then, I have drastically pivoted, and we're still producing. We're still producing very high yields in games like Pegaxy, in games like Krabata, for example. And right now, CyBall is that latest opportunity. And right now in this video, we're going to go over what the game is, the kind of the strategies inside the game. We'll watch a match, for example, a couple of turns. We'll also go into the claim process for the CBT token, which just went live today for the CyBall economy. So the first claim period was today. It is still pretty early for this economy. I'll show you exactly how many tokens I earned in the first 2 weeks, exactly how the claim periods work going forward, and my strategy, how I am leasing out my characters. I don't really even have to play the game myself to earn via the scholarship system. So let's go ahead and dive into it. As we see, CBT rewards and claiming has gone live, and this is for the CyBall economy, and this is the CyBall utility token. So for the first 2 weeks of the game, ever since the 22nd, we have all been waiting for the first earnings claim, which came across today. So we've had 2 weeks to accumulate tokens. And now, after this first claim today, which went live at 1 p.m. UTC, Tuesday, March 8th, we will be able to claim once every 7 days. And there's windows of rewards. So your rewards periods for 7 days, make sure you claim every 7 days, because you can only claim what you earn per 7 days. You don't want to create a backlog of stuff that you can't claim per 7 days, for example. But just make sure you stay on track with your claims. That way, your windows of earnings are completely correct, right? So let's show the example of what I'm talking about. Let's say at 10 a.m. you request for 1,000 CBT, but then you play a couple of matches and you earn more tokens. You earn 50 more tokens. Well, then you're not going to get those 50 along with the 1,000 you requested. You'll have to wait till the next week, right, for that extra 50 tokens. So make sure that you're aware of that. Whatever you request, anything you play after that, you have to wait another week to claim that. So be sure that you keep that in mind. And it's very straightforward on their app, how to claim rewards. If you have been in the economy, you just go over here and it shows the amount of in-game tokens that you have. You just click request reward, and then you would just see it here. It's in process. And after they approve it, which was very instant, within 5 minutes, they approved my claim, my first claim in this economy. They approved it very quickly. And as you see here, ready, claim, and you would just click claim all in the middle there. And the token's off to a pretty good start. It's at 25 cents right now. And we'll actually take a look. I will show you what I earned. So off my first claim, and I have 16 characters in this economy, so I have 16 CyBlocks. And a CyBlock, guys, a CyBlock is a character, so a player. So 1, 2, 3, 3 CyBlocks make up a team, and then you can rent out anything excess, for example. So right now what I do, I have a team of 3 that I play with just here and there for fun and to earn. And so I hate when people just give overviews of games and they don't know anything about the game. They've never played the game, for example. So I love getting my hands dirty in all these games, both from a player standpoint and a scholarship owner standpoint, and see what's the earnings potential. Is the game fun, for example? So in this economy, CyBlocks are each player. So I wanted to point that out. So off my first claiming period, for 16 CyBlocks in play, the USD value today, whenever I claimed that, it was at about 30 cents when I claimed. So I claimed at about $710 USD value of about 2,208 tokens. And that was today. So now the cycle will be weekly, right? So I can expect about half of that per week. So I'm going to expect about 1,000 tokens, 1,000 CBT tokens every 7 days. That'll probably be my rough estimate. And then let's hope that some of my players start getting a little better, because it's a skill-based game in terms of the fact that you make the decisions. It's not random. You choose the roles and choose the moves that the cards do. You level up the cards. So it's very player based and player driven. So hopefully the players over time get more of a grasp of the game, for example. But in the first week, I made about $710 in this economy. And I put in about $7,000 to $8,000 on my 16 characters. Bear in mind, I didn't just buy floors, as I said. So if you look here, I spent up on 3 silvers right here for a team that I am playing with, for example. I also have a couple other silvers that I'm renting out. I have 1 gold character, and then the rest are bronze. And bronze are mainly floors. So I put in about 7,000 to 8,000. So I earned about 10% back already within the first claiming period based on the USD value, right? So, and that was at the time of claim. Even right now, 2,208 tokens at 25 cents. I mean, we're looking at a very, very healthy profit at that current price. We would be looking at about $550 instead of $710 at this 25-cent price range. Very solid returns. That's about an 8% return on investment on the very first claiming period. Not too shabby for a brand new economy, guys. And so many people, they want a brand new game. They want something that's early. This is early, as not a single character has been mentored in this economy yet, aka bred. So a lot of people felt like they were late on Pegaxy and they were late on Crabata because people were already making money. The floors were pretty high, and also there were people just breeding like crazy. Like the economy was already churning like crazy. Now, I love both of those economies, and I'm super active and super avid about both Pegaxy and Crabata. If you watch my crypto banter content, you would know this. But for example, this economy's fresh. Not a single character has had a breeding cycle yet. And 1 week after claiming period, so in the next week, the Genesis mentoring event will go live. And in the CyBall economy, mentoring is the breeding process. So as you see here, during the first 5 days of the Genesis mentor period, there will be no 5-day cooldown period to mentor. So what you can do, you can actually mentor entirely the way through each of your CyBlocks if you choose to, without a cooldown period, and you can do it at a discounted price. So as you see here, the CBT cost doesn't change for the first, the second, and the third breed count. So each player can breed 3 offsprings. So right now, let's just take my 16 right here, my 16 CyBlocks I have existing. Let's say I breed all of them all the way through. Then I would have 64 CyBlocks because my 16 produce 3 each. So they would produce 48, add it to those 16. I would have 64 CyBlocks if I was to mentor them all the way through. So you see the scalability potential here, right? So now that you have a base of players, right, my 16 CyBlocks, I'll be able to go in here and hammer out breeding and hammer out mentoring. And I'm going to try to do as many as possible at this low CBT cost. And I'm going to accumulate CBT to make sure I take advantage of this low cost during this first 5 days, because you can get through the mentoring process here on a lot of your players at a pretty cheap price, when after the 5-day period, those cooldowns will be implemented, right? Those 5-day cooldowns. So after the first 5 days, we will officially enter season 1, where there will be a 5-day cooldown to mentor again. So you can't mentor back to back to back like you'll be able to in the Genesis period. But right now, as you see here, the cost is dramatically higher. It goes from 500 across the board to 500, 3,000, 9,000. So it's much more expensive to breed after or mentor after the first Genesis mentor period. So keep your eyes on that. But I'm loving this economy, guys. I really am. This is the format right here if you choose to rent. And this is the format if you choose to play. And let's go ahead and watch a match real quick. I played this one a few days ago, and this is just a good example match to show. So as you see here, I choose Adrenaline. I want to get off to a good start. It's dribbling, and my guys aren't very good dribblers. Neither are his, but I wanted to give my guys an advantage here. So I gave Adrenaline on the first turn to just try to give my guys an edge and a little extra boost. It's very straightforward. It's a turn-based soccer game, but the animations are very clean, and it's a card game at the same time. You choose your moves. You have a certain set of energy. Boom, goal. So the Adrenaline card worked in my favor. Even though solo dribbling wasn't really in my favor, I was able to actually capitalize there and score. So now this one, each time has a specialty, right? So this now event is tandem crossing. So you click 2 players to participate in crossing. So you want to use your best crossers, right? So I would choose my best 2 crossing players here. And I remember he takes a while here. So we'll get the turn going. So I get my best crossers out, and I cross past him, and we score. It was very easy because I have very good crossing players. I have very good offensive players. And what I would recommend, if you're playing, you have 3 players, and there's 6 stat categories. Very simple. You need to focus each player on 2 stat categories, right? So you should have one guy good at shooting and dribbling. You should have one guy good at tackling and physical. And you should have one guy good at dribbling and passing, for example, or crossing or whatever. I think that would be the play to have a well-rounded team. And let's just fast forward here. So you use the moves at the bottom. Each move has a different kind of power to it, just to try to keep the video a little short. Each has a little bit of a different twist and a little bit of an ability to it. We score there, and it's 4-1. But I want to show you after the match. It shows you the earnings. So I earned about 12 tokens and 75 XP there, as you see. And then you can go level up your characters. So as you see, I have 2 skill points to use, and I level up this guy's passing, and I'm trying to choose here. I'm scrolling through, and I go ahead and choose shooting, confirm, and then you can level up your characters, guys. You can see the characters' records. I really love that. And this is what it would look like right here if you are renting in this economy. So this is the CyLoans. So if you don't have time, or if you're just like, I'm not a gamer, but I would love to take part in this economy because this economy looks amazing, or whatever the case, you can actually get involved as an asset owner and just rent out completely passively, just like you can in Pegaxy, with a built-in system right on the CyBall app, just like it is on Pegaxy was like the first one to have a brilliant in-game rental system, and CyBall has a very similar structure where you just literally profit split with a scholar, and as you see here, you choose the percentage, and boom, boom, they're playing in the background if you're an owner. And this is what I do. So as you mentioned, I have 16 total. So I have 3 that I play with, and I have 13 that I'm renting. And I definitely choose to double down and triple down whenever the Genesis mentoring event comes around, and we're able to take advantage of these cheap mentor prices, because I think that if you plan to run a scholar system, or are going to be an asset manager in this economy, or a player in this economy, or if you want to try to earn in the CyBall economy, and this is the best time to scale up during this mentor period, because it'll be the cheapest you'll ever be able to do those first couple gen mints, right? Or mentors, because it goes to 3,000 CPT and 9,000 CPT, and that's quite a bit of a jump. So if you're taking advantage of this economy, be sure to take advantage of the Genesis mentoring event. All in all, I'm pretty bullish on the economy. As far as the percentage returns goes, I'm not upset with about an 8 to 10% return on my investment for the first claiming period, and we'll see how it goes, right? And I'm not going to pull out my assets anytime soon. I've made my money back on I've made my money back on Pegaxy. I have not made my money back on Krabata, but I'm just letting it mine. We're just doing the mining raids. We're doing some in the tavern with my extra crabs, and we're just earning in the background, right? When you have these economies earning for you guys, I promise you these bear markets in crypto hurt way less, right? Because you have these assets just passively producing. And I'm serious when I say you can make some serious side income off of a couple of these economies, right? If you are willing to just put a little bit of investment in on a couple of Pegaxy horses or a couple of CyBlocks or a couple of Krabatas, you're able to make a little bit of passive coin. And I promise you, it is going to surprise you how sustainable it is. Whether the token fluctuates up or down, the games don't stop, right? The economy doesn't stop. And I would recommend, if you haven't gotten your feet wet in any play to earn economy, right? I'm not here to preach to you to buy anything. This is never financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. But I'm just letting you know things I am doing, right? In this bearish market in crypto, play to earn is the avenue to hedge the bear market. So if you're involved in play to earn, if you are bullish on crypto gaming, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. What's your favorite game? Have you played CyBall? What's your opinion on CyBall? As well, let me know if you're bullish on crypto gaming. Like the video, subscribe for more. Let me know if you're excited for weekly content back on the Hustlepedia channel. As well, check out my weekly show on crypto banter if you don't already. I drop tons of alpha there. And we've covered so many plays in the last 3 months where we have been making tons and tons of money in the markets, in the play to earn, honestly, more so in the play to earn economy than the markets over the last few months, as we've seen the crypto markets going down. But I will be delivering weekly content here back on the channel. I'm excited about that. But check out the daily show on Crypto Banter as well. I'll be back next week, guys. Stay bullish, keep hustling. Peace.